I don't know how good this camera angle is. Hopefully the road noise isn't too loud. But we are on our way to do a quote on a driveway down here in central Kentucky. We get a lot of calls for driveway. I would say this season I have done 80% concrete. Been a lot of concrete cleaning and a lot of concrete sealing as an upsell. People around here in central Kentucky, if you're watching from central Kentucky, hopefully the camera's on my face. People don't understand roof washing yet. They're not caught up to speed. They understand house washing, but they don't really care as much. Well, people around here, I've noticed, if they have concrete, they want it to be cleaned because they're like, oh, it's been 17 years and it's freaking black, you know, and it needs to be cleaned. And then you got to try to upsell the sealing as a way to be like, oh, well, this lasts 7 years, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. Hope you enjoy this video. Also, I'm gonna tell you why you should watch me. It's taken me many businesses that I have failed at and I have done. I'm now 27 years old and I spent my entirety of my 20s so far trying different businesses, failing, being okay at some, but I've learned along the way. And I have to say, as more and more stuff goes toward technology and AI, and everybody wants a sedentary, sit down at home lifestyle, jobs like pressure washing, even lawn care has went up in price as well. Pressure washing, plumbing, HVAC, roofing, all of these fields that require hands-on, and you can use AI for your marketing and sales and stuff, but you like AI as of right now, we don't have those weird dog looking robots that can be doing the pressure washing for us. So as of right now, these hands-on, not really hard jobs, but hard quote jobs are going to come at a premium. That's my hot take. And what I've noticed is, especially in my area in central Kentucky, is nobody here has raised their prices on pressure washing. As an example, I quoted a house, huge, $450,000 house. He had an extra, probably the size of most people's small homes, workshop. He wanted a chimney and a little bit of a roof cleaning. I quoted him $1,387, which is 30 cents a foot, square foot. That is the going rate for house washing now, 30 cents a foot. That's actually kind of low. It was a brick house. He also wanted the sidewalk done. I didn't charge it for all the extra little things. I was just like, okay, let me quote it at the main house, 30 cents a foot, $1,387. Now let me tell you the top guy's quote in my area that has like 70 5-star reviews, 4-star, whatever, 4.5, 4.8, whatever. He quoted that job $700. Divide that out, 30 cents a foot, giving you $1,387. That'll give you the square footage of the house. Now take $700, divide that into the square footage number at 30 cents. Well, it's actually not that way. Anyway, he was charging 15 cents a square foot. I kind of got off on my math there and lost my train of thought, but we're back. He charged 15 cents a square foot for a 3-story house, man. 3-story house. And I know this guy. He used to work at the factory that I worked at. I know this guy. And I'm just like, he's old, retired. I guess he doesn't really need the money. But I just looked at the guy, the customer, and I was like, it blew me away. My face, you know, I was just like, he kind of took a step back, and I was like, $700? He said, yeah, for everything I just told you. I was like, $700? At that point, I knew I wasn't getting the bid, so I was just like dumbfounded that he quoted him $700 for all that work. And let me just tell you, I'm not afraid of work, but Jesus. Oh no, I'm behind a slow semi. He quoted that job 15 cents, half of what I quoted it for, okay? And I just looked at him and I told him, I said, I'm just trying to wrap my brain. I told this to the customer because I knew I wasn't getting the job. And there was no way, you know, he's one of those dudes that's like, he's like, I'm halfway retired, half not, makes a ton of money, owns his own insurance stuff, whatever. And I looked at him, and this is also my plea to get the job, because I was like, I'm just trying to figure out. And then I said how he's getting the $700, because I looked at him and I told him point blank, I said, I'll be transparent with you. This job is going to take at least $600 in just SH. And I didn't say SH, I said material. But I was like, this job alone is going to take $600 in material, minimum $500. And I was like, I'll just go ahead and tell you, I can't beat him. I was like, you just have to go with him, unless you want to pay $13.87. And I said the lowest, absolute bottom dollar I could do this job for is $1,100. And he was just like, well, nice to meet you. And I was like, nice to meet you too. I was just like, wow. And I said this out loud. I was like, wow. I was like, he can have it, you know. And because I had built some rapport with the customer. I had built some type of, like, you know, I presented myself as a friend, not as a businessman, which I think a lot of people mess up. Get to know each customer, marry each customer. That's the biggest gold nugget I give you. But anyway, long story short, just to give you an idea of what people around here are quoting, and I am the highest guy around here, and I am happy to say that, because if I wasn't, there's no way I can get to my goal of $1 million a year with this business. And I think it could be doable, and easily doable, because by myself I can make $300,000, and that's pushing it, booked out every day, and then doing Christmas lights during the winter. So my goal of 1 million is going to require some hiring. It's going to require probably 2-3 trucks. I could probably push it with 2, but that would be very, very, very much pushing it. Probably 3 trucks will be comfortably grossing 1 million. And once I hit the $1 million mark, you guys are going to see me document this all the way there. Once we hit the $1 million mark, that is when you're going to see me sell the company and then go into another endeavor. Because let me tell you what pressure washing and why you should be looking into pressure washing. Pressure washing will teach you all the skills. It teaches you sales. It teaches you marketing. It teaches you how to talk to customers. It teaches you every skill that you will need in these bigger businesses, like in tech, in all these different things. A lot of the big guys that are making millions and millions of dollars started out in something to do with sales. And pressure washing is actually, I would say, 90% marketing, 9%, well, let's see. Let's do 50%, 60% marketing, 30% sales, and the other 10% is going to be the actual doing of the pressure washing. The actual, like, how to do pressure washing is a $15 an hour task. That's the easy part. It's so easy. And people just want to get on YouTube and type in, oh, how do I build this? How do I clean concrete? How do I clean a house? How do I clean a roof? How do you mix this? How do you mix that? And don't get me wrong, it's important information, and once you get it, you get it. But what you should be searching for is how to talk to customers, how to get customers to buy what you have, how to convince somebody to buy this, how to do that, how to do this, how to sell stuff. That's what you need to be searching. How to get leads with zero ad spend. Very important. I'm spending $0 in ad spend right now. Absolutely zero. And I have, let's see, I have about $8 grand worth of jobs either lined up or quoted right now. A lot of concrete, some house washes. I think maybe one roof. But what I'm saying is, how much do you have lined up and you're worried about getting equipment? You're worried about financing a freaking trailer. I clean stuff with a 4-gallon-a-minute machine, and I haul rain barrels with batch mixes in them, with a soft wash system that's literally a pump with a garden hose on one end, a Gilmore gun at the end of that, and a suction hose on the other end. Like, what is your excuse? I made my soft wash setup with like 300 bucks, and I made a video on that. A little bit of a rant. I guess this will be its own video, and then I'll restart and make the, well, I guess this can be its own video. It's about, we're 12 minutes deep in the recording right now. I'm sure it'll be less than that. But if this interests you, if you want to watch me do this, I'm not going to tell you what to do, or try my best not to, unless you're just doing stuff that's stupid, which I don't care, you know. Like, it's the stuff that people are like, when people are worried about financing. Like, listen, I'm in zero debt in this business. Like, zero debt. Zero debt. If you go into business and you haven't even got jobs lined up yet, and you go into debt on a big $30,000 trailer, you're stupid, okay? That's just how it is. That is idiotic, to say the least. Like, why in the hell would you already put yourself in a huge hole? Yeah, you'll, I don't know. I could go on forever about people that go into like 50 grand worth of debt to start a pressure washing. A freaking pressure washing company, man. Like, oh my God. I don't even have hose reels yet, man. And I'm doing 8 grand this month. Like, do you understand the difference? I don't care about all this fancy equipment. Yeah, sure, it might make me faster at the job. It might be easier. But I don't care because, oh boy, because once I get to 30 grand in a month, or 30 grand in profit setting in the bank account, that's when I go, okay, now I can go buy a Southeast Soft Wash 30 grand skid or a 30 grand trailer, because the business has paid for it already and I can afford the upgrade, okay? A lot of you guys and gals hopping into all this debt, just like, oh man, I'm watching people on YouTube making all this money. They're saying they're making all this money. I never see any of the back end, like, and go into debt because you know, like, and trust them because you watched their video. Like, I'm gonna be the guy that literally shows everything and it just shows you like what's actually possible if you do it right and you start right, okay? A lot of people got hurt in the whole Arkansas thing. Man, I need to wash this car. I don't want to keep rambling on too long. I'm just driving to the customers. But like, Jesus Christ, it like ruffles my jimmies, as we used to say back in my high school years. Ruffles your jimmies, oh my God, the meme. It's just so stupid, man. People that just go into debt, I just can't. I can't. If you start a business and immediately go into debt, you've already got an ignorance debt, right? You've already got the ignorance tax that you can't see and you pay every day. Every day that you don't make 10 grand, guess what? Whatever amount you don't make in that day, a lot of people's jobs, they make like 200 bucks a day. they're missing out on like what, $9,800 worth of ignorance tax just because they don't know how to make 10 grand a day. And that's what really lit the light bulb up for me, is like, darn, if I'm not making 10 grand at least a month, then I'm losing what I'm not making, right? I'm losing that.
Police reported ahead.
Due to ignorance taxes, as a lot of people call it. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. I'm not just going to tell you how you should do it or how to do it. You're just going to have to watch me do it. And then hopefully all my free stuff gets you where you want to be. That's my goal with this channel now. I'm going to be documenting instead of like being like, hey, how to make $1,000 a day doing this. Job recap. Subscribe to my $150 a month group where you'll learn a couple things, but hey, it's gonna be hell or high water you trying to unsubscribe. I'm just saying. Man, I just don't care. I'm to the point in my life where I don't care. Like, I will call people out on their stuff. All the stuff on YouTube that you see is just a way to get you to buy a course, and that's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. I'm gonna give everything away for free. I've paid for these courses. I've paid for all this bull crap. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth it. There's a couple. There's one, actually. There is one that is worth it just to be around people in your area. And you may learn a thing or two from the actual, like, how to do stuff. But being able to network with people that are in that group, that are in your area, is gold, because anything they don't want, you could get. But yeah, I'm just going to crack open the egg, baby. And that's how it's going to be on this channel. Thanks for watching. It's been, I had no idea this was going to be a video. I was just started ranting, you know. That's how we roll here. It's been an 18-minute video as of recording, and if you watch this far, you must like this type of content. So please do hit that like and subscribe button from the car, doing the actual thing, and not just saying that we do this when in fact we probably aren't even on a truck anymore. All right, peace.